If you apply for the visa, tourist visa, visiting visa, business visa, and you want to come to America, you apply what we call B1, B2 visa, and you want to come to America. Remember, there are a few things I want to mention to point out. If you're on the business visa or tourist visa, what is the duration of stay in the United States of America? There are two things. There is number one, there is the visa expiration time, and there is the duration of stay you are allowed by the Department of Homeland Security once you arrive in America. What is the duration of stay in America you are allowed to stay if you are in the visiting visa? And number two, are you allowed to change status if you come to the United States of America under B1, B2 visa? Or should you go back to your country, then come back? Are you allowed to get a job? Are you allowed to go to school? Are you allowed to change your status after arriving in the United States of America? When you get into that plane coming to the United States of America, remember, the duration of the visa is different from the duration of stay in America. The visa, when to expire, is a bilateral agreement between one country and another. For instance, US and Kenya have a contract, bilateral agreement of 5 years. So you'll be given a 5 years visa. Tanzania will be given 1 year visa. Uganda maybe 10 years visa. Nigeria, they're given a 3 years visa. But that doesn't mean that when you get into that plane, you come to stay here, let's say, for full 5 years or for full 1 year. That's not the meaning. The meaning, you are allowed to get in and out, as many as you can within that time until the visa is going to expire. The moment you land in America, you will meet the first desk at the port of entry. At the first airport you arriving in America, you are going to meet the Homeland Security, the immigration officers. The immigration officers, they will give you 6 months to stay in America. It doesn't matter whether your visa is 5 years, doesn't matter whether your visa is 1 year, doesn't matter whether your visa is 10 years, it doesn't matter for them. You are given to stay in the United States is 6 months. Previously, they used to put a paper and they put a staples at your inside your passport with the duration of stay and when it's going to expire. But nowadays they don't do that, and sometimes they don't tell you anything, but by default it's your responsibility to know when is your duration of stay is going to expire. So that is going to be updated into something is called the I-94. That form is online. So if you go to the I-94 website or search I-94 tracking, whatever, you put your phone number, you put your name, you put your passport number, you put all the information, it will tell you the duration of stay when it's going to expire. So that is the basic thing. So duration of stay in America is different from the visa expiration date. So there are some people who come here as a tourist visa, visiting, business, whatever you call it. They enjoy, they like the life in America. They want to maybe change status. Either they want to find a way they can go to school. Are you allowed to enroll into school? Are you allowed to change to become international student, F1 student? That's the first question. And the other question, are you allowed to go to work? So let me start with going to study. You are allowed to go to school. You are allowed, there is no problem. But there is a procedure. You must be on status. You came here legally. You're on status. You have to apply as soon as possible. Why? Because sometimes there is a process of this, when the school is going to open. You have to register to a school which allows you to get international students. Don't go to any school. There are schools that are not allowed to have international students. Once you enroll, you are allowed to change status. You don't need to get out of America. So someone can come here, the visa is going to expire, let's say in the month of April. There is no semester, each is going to start in the month of April. So you have to find a way to start earlier, January, whatever, or in summer. So you have to figure out when I'm arriving in America, when it's going to expire, when I'm going to start school. That's supposed to be. Let's go to the employment. Are you allowed to do any job application? Are you allowed to work in America under visiting B1, B2 visa? Previously, you are not allowed to apply for a job. Previously, you are not allowed to attend any interview. But that has changed. There is a clarification and new update under the USCIS immigration. The Immigration Homeland Security, they have updated the information that you are allowed to come to America under B1, B2 visa. But while you are under B1, B2 visa, you are allowed to apply for a job. You are allowed to apply for a job. You are allowed to attend the job interview. You are allowed to do that. But you are not allowed to start working until your employer is going to request the change of status, to request for the work authorization on your behalf. So therefore, you don't come here and think that I'll apply 1-2 jobs, then employer will give me the work authorization, apply on my behalf. Why should employer do that for you? You have to apply so many jobs, because I don't need to go and start doing all this paperwork for you. So you have to be highly qualified. You have to apply as many jobs as possible. You have to attend so many interviews. I usually tell people apply even 100 jobs per day, because most of the employers will not be interested to file for you to apply for the work authorization on your behalf. So you need to have backup. You need to have more options. So if you want to go to school, do as soon as possible to find the school, to know when it's going to go, when it's going to open. If you're going for work, apply so many jobs so that you can get employed to start doing the paperwork. Don't wait until 1 week left for you to come to America. I mean, for you 1 week left or 2 weeks left for you to go back to your country. Then you start to apply for jobs. Then you start looking for school. That is not going to happen. I know some people are looking for all these opportunities. There are so many other opportunities, going for conferences, jobs, all these kind of things. So if you want all those kind of things, you know how to go about it. Go to my website, ebmscholars.com, my website, www.ebmscholars. You can be able to get all these opportunities. Or email us, ebm@ebmscholars. You'll be able to see the programs. But don't forget to download the EBM Scholars app, because the EBM Scholars app is going to be the main resource for you to get jobs, for you to go for conference, for you to go for training, go for internship, for volunteering, for you to go for all scholarships. All those kind of things will be posted now on the EBM Scholars app. They will be in a video form and they will be in text form. Make sure you download the EBM Scholars app. At the moment, it is only on Android, Google Play Store, but 3-4 weeks to come, it will be on iOS, on iPhone. So thank you so much for your continued support. I wish you all the best. Share this video to your friend and go to my website to see the relocation processes.